Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm gonna do a movie review for Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. So let's start without wasting time. So Ghostbusters Frozen Empire is a 2024 American supernatural comedy horror film, fantasy film directed by Jill Cannon from a screenplay co-wrote co-wrote with Jason Reitman. It's also the sequel to Ghostbusters Afterlife in 2021. The fourth awaiting sequel and the fifth film overall in the Ghostbuster franchise. The film stars assemble cast like Paul Rudd, Carrion Cole, you have Finn Wolf, Hurd, McKenna Grace, Calista O'Connor, and Logan Kim reprising their roles from Afterlife. Afterlife, alongside Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, Ernie Hudson, Anna Potts, and William Erton, reprising their characters from the earlier films. Kumail Nanjiani, Patton Oswalt, Emily Earl Lind, and James Calster also joined the cast, set 3 years after the events of Afterlife. The veteran Ghostbusters must join forces with their successors to save the world from a death chilling god in New York City who seeks to build a spectral army. So the plot of Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, 3 years after the events in Somerville, Oklahoma. Yeah, losing words here. Kallian Spangler, her partner Gary Groberson, her children Trevor and Phoebe, and their friends Lucky Domingo and podcast, relocate to New York City to aid Winston Zeddemore and Ray Stantz in re-establishing the Ghostbusters. After the group captures a ghost, Walter Peck, the Ghostbuster time opponent and now the city's mayor, threatens to close them down to appease Peck. Colin removes the underage Phoebe from the team. Upset, Phoebe plays chess in a nearby park. She encounters and befriends Medley, the ghost of a teenager girl. So the ghost of a teenager girl killed in a fire. Ray and the podcast collect cursed objects. The examination, Nadim Razmadi sells them a strange brass orb with ritual markings written on the Rastropanian Arabic. Ray demonizes it as an anthropomorphic trap. Due to the copper alloys typical being used in ritual against the supernatural since the Bronze Age. When Ray evolutes its psychophoretic energy in ways the orb emits broad spectrum fusion energy. A cold wave travels from the orb to the Ghostbusters firehouse headquarters and damages the ecto containers unit, which is at the near capacity. Winston takes the orb to his company, Paranormal Research and Development Center, run by Dr. Lars Pinfield. Using an experimental extraction device, he is unable to extract any render from it. The orb's captive functionality sabotages one of the center's acro-symptomatics, allowing a ghost to escape and hide in podcast equipment. To learn more, Lars joins Trevor and Lucky to see Nadim, who reveals that his grandmother kept the orb hidden within a brass-lined chamber after Venkman brought in to help. Discovers Nadim is latent procontric powers. Ray accomplished by Phoebe and podcast visit Dr. Herbert Waskowski, a New York Public Library research librarian and anthropologist. Watsky explains the orb was built over 400 years ago in southern West Asia by four sorcerers called the Fire Masters to embrace Garrick, a phantom god who sought to conquer humanity with endorsement of Khusrasti Amati, the death chill. The power to kill by fear, itself. Nadim's grandmother was of the lineage of the Fire Masters, who prevented Garaki from escaping the orb in 1904 during a mock ritual constructed by members of the Manhattan Adventures Society, whom he froze to death. Garaki was confined to the orb due to being vulnerable to braille. This combined with fire and the removal of his horns trapped him with the orb. When the trio attempts to stop the escape, goes from stealing a photographic recording at the club's ritual. Pacarasis Racorasis Phobia's involvement to shut down the Ghostbusters after an argument with the Gone and her mother. Phobia runs away and takes Melodies to Winston's research center. She uses extractions equipment to project herself as a ghost for the minutes so the pair can physically interact. Melody reveals she had been secretly working with Garaka, who was offered her passage to the fear afterlife, by controlling Phoebe's disembodied spirit. Garaka forces her physical body to react the ritual clan. He then escapes location his owns of power of Nadim's grandmother's secret brass-lined room and begins freezing the city. Realizing Garaka will free the ghost in the contaminating unit after freezing once at the center, the Ghostbusters gather to defend their headquarters. They are aided by Nadim, who dons the Fire Master brace armed kept by his grandmother and attempts to master his powers. Garaka overpowers them and breaches the containment unit. Phoebe electric on its Egon Spengler's proton pack and brass to strengthen its medley betrayed by Gararaka and Thorns by hearing Nadim utilizing his powers to reckon Gararaka. Ray with help from his fellow veteran Ghostbusters including Janine Mantelis Mantesis, capturing Gararaka by turning the ruptured containment unit into a giant ghost trap. Melody Collins with Phoebe before departing for the afterlife to reunite with her family. As the city throws the Ghostbusters are held at Heroes again, with the pack forced to support the team and reinstate Phoebe. The Ghostbusters being pursued escape Ghostbuster ghosts across New York City. In a mid-credit scene, a trucker gets out of his truck, stare puff marshmallows stranded truck to make a fierce purchase from a vending machine. The mini puss steal the vehicle and leave. The following the success of Afterlife, Sony Pictures announced with censors in April the sequel in April 2022. Wendman returning as director, co-writer, and exclusive producer. Cannon later took over as director, that co-writer and exclusive producer. Cannon later took over as director that December, with Redman staying on as a co-writer and co-producer that same month. Rudd, Son, Grace, Wolfhand, O'Connor, Kim, Murray, Aykroyd, Hudson, Potts, and Unterton were all confirmed to reprise their roles. New cast members including Najanjan, Oswald, Lind, Archie, Acastra were announced in March 2023, with principal photocopy commencing that month and wrapping in June. Dario Macciolini was hired to compose the film score, replacing after the life of composer Rob Simonson as the first film in the Ghostbuster franchise, so to be released following the death of the franchise co-creator and Jason Reitman's father, Evan Reitman, who posthumously receives credit as a producer alongside of his son and Jason Bloomfield. The film is dedicated to his memory and celebrates the 40th anniversary of the first film, Ghostbusters. Frozen Empire had its world premiere at the world premiere in 13 Theatre at Lincoln Square in New York City on March 14, 2024, and it was released in the on the March. So released in theaters then on March 22nd by Sony Pictures, releasing under its Columbia Pictures label. The film received mixed reviews from critics and grossed $201 million worldwide. A sequel is in development. So I would say the film is decent. I wouldn't say the film is the best, because Afterlife was brilliant film for me. This one is not that level of film, I would say, but I had fun with the film. Like I said, I'm a huge fan of the Ghostbusters franchise since the 80s one. And Ghostbusters 2 came out. I was a fan of the real Ghostbusters back in the day as a child. So I wouldn't say it's the best film, but I still had fun with this film Because like I'm a Ghostbusters fan. It's good to see the veteran actors like Dan Aykroyd, Bill Murray, Ernie Hudson joining up with the recent Ghostbusters team like Paul Rudd and all that joining team. It's good to see them once again back in this film as well. And yeah, and plus you had the ghosts from the 80s as well. That ghosts coming back from the film as well. So that was the good thing about the film. The actor one, good to see the actor one returning. It's great to see the Ghostbusters cast like the original cast back in the day. So yeah, and versus the current Ghostbusters. Good to see him in one scene and one frame. How to take out the ghosts and all that. Like I said, it's not the best film as Afterlife. Afterlife was brilliant. It had emotional as well. Had a special cameo of Egon Spengler, the late great Harold Ramis, this actor back in the day. So he had that emotional and that goodness of the film. The storyline was good for Afterlife. This one, it could have been better, but still is decent film. It's fun watch. I enjoyed. So I'm gonna give it 3 out of 5. And I think they will make another film. The sequel is in the development, so we might see another film after this in the franchise. Yeah, I'm a fan of Ghostbusters, like I said, and I finally watched Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, which came out in this year in March, and yeah, yeah, like I said, I wouldn't say it's the wow or is a good film or is that brilliant. No, I wouldn't say that. Well, it's just decent watch. I wouldn't say it's the best ranking Ghostbuster films of all time. Afterlife was brilliant than this. Afterlife was brilliant film because it had that story, the characters and the emotion of Ghostbusters. Egon Spengler's as the ghost in the first one, Afterlife. Yeah, this one is okay. It's a fun watch film. I wouldn't put it at the best as the Ghostbuster films. You cannot beat the original from the 80s and yeah, Ghostbusters 1 and 2. You cannot beat. The first one will be the first classic film for me. Afterlife has to be the best for me, which came out 2021. This one is okay, decent watch. It's a fun watch. I can give it 3 out of 5 stars from me. So yeah, that's my honest reaction for the film. So 3 out of 5 for Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. And I like these suits they wear, the new suits in the film. Yeah. Well, the other cast had the original suits. Yeah. That lucky car jacket is like a red jacket. It was, I wouldn't say a suit, red jackets and all that. And like I said, it's a decent film. It's not the greatest film of the Ghostbuster franchise. Ghostbusters Afterlife was brilliant, fantastic film. I wouldn't say this film is a fantastic or brilliant. I would say it's a decent, average, okay film for me. So I'm gonna. That's my honest reaction. So I'm gonna give it 3 out of 5 for this film because I'm a huge fan of Ghostbusters. I can't say bad about it. So yeah, it's a decent average film. It's a decent film, fun film. I had fun with the film, and good to see Slimer as well in the film as well. Yeah, it's a decent watch film for me. So I'll give it 3 out of 5 for Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. So there you go. That's my honest reaction. Movie review for the Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, guys. Yeah, stick it out in the comments what you think about this film. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Was it average? Decent? But I'll give it fun. It's decent film. It's 3 out of 5. Mine has to be the favorite Ghostbusters Afterlife and the first film Ghostbusters in 1984. So there you go, and I will see you in the next ones. Stay safe, play safe, take care. See you soon. Bye.